Yo, there Larson here, welcome to the newest Synthesize Academy episode, and today I want to talk about guns again because you guys love guns through this little thing I made. Like always, you can grab this whole project from my Patreon below and click here if you want to learn more about music production. I have a great tear-out masterclass, but right now let's jump into it. This is the tear-out masterclass I was talking about. Yo, so these are the guns. Alright, so this is a very complex gun because I layered hundreds of sounds in it. So let me deconstruct them. The first one is the clap layer. It's just a clap but with lots of process. So glue compressor, frequency shifter, you know, just to nail the perfect sound. An EQ8, another EQ8, a hybrid reverb. That is actually very important if you want to have huge sounds, and a saturator to then to make it a lot louder. Okay, the next one is basically the transient. I named it kick because it was a kick originally. So let me show it to you. So this is it. It has a glue compressor and an EQ8 and a saturator only basically. But in the sampler, I have a high-pass filter and some process with FM and some pitch modulation. So without them, I was able to just shape the transient only to make it a little clickier. And actually it made a huge benefit to the sound. I have a metal hit layer, regular metal hit, and I have the main guns that I resampled and use it as an extra layer. It almost sounds like a hi-hat, but it sounds great in the mix because, listen. Now let's listen without the metal hit, without a kick, and the clap layer. So we definitely need all of these. And to save sound with the midis, as you can see, I'm using only one channel for the midis, and I just copy the MIDI from the clap layer. So this is why I set the input as a clap. So it basically just copies the midis. Now the main gun is a nasty little thing because this is how it sounds. Let me just add the sub because it sounds better with that. It has a lot of process. So without the process, this is how it sounds. It could be cool on itself, so we can make a transition or a second drop or whatever with the processed and the unprocessed sound. So let's just do it now. The first is the most important part that I wanted to talk about is the phaser. Because what I did here is, as you can see, I modulated the center, so the frequency of the phaser, the notches basically. And when I distorted, I replaced the harmonics that I killed with the flanger or the phaser, so I replaced them with the saturator. It makes the sound completely different. And then I added the hybrid reverb. It makes the sound huge. Then an EQ8. And the glue compressor to make it even bigger with the reverb. So boost the transients. Now the operator patch itself is again a very dumb sound. You can hear that it is not a big deal. I'm using this matrix, so I'm having a high frequency sine. I modulate only the transient part with another sine on course 3, another sine on course 13, and another sine with some extra overtones with course 6. And the bandpass filter with some filter movement, so basically I'm opening up the filter on the transient, makes it sound a little clickier with the pitch envelope. so you can see how those little effects like the phaser, or you can use a frequency shifter or whatever else, can make a huge difference to the sound. And this is very exciting, especially if you put them before distortion, because those peaks and notches in the sound behave very differently with the distortion. And I love this method. Okay, so if you want to grab this whole project, check my Patreon below and click here for my academy for awesome sound to finish courses. See you guys next time. Peace.